Guys, we need to talk. We need to talk about dick exercises and how stupid most of them are. I'm talking about things like jelking, stretching, pumping. These are a great way to mangle your dick. So unless that's your desired goal, then I recommend you check out what I have to say in this video. And you'll also learn about an exercise that is effective and is way more safe than any of these things. Let's get into it. I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. Make sure you hit subscribe to support the channel and take my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description. What guy doesn't want a bigger dick? I'll talk more about the root cause of this desire and how much anxiety and pain it often brings a lot of men to in their lives. But let me share a story first. Many years ago, I was experiencing a little bit of erection issues. Nothing crazy. I didn't have erectile dysfunction, but during sex, my penis would sometimes go a bit soft, and this was unacceptable to me. And so through a little bit of research, one of the main things I heard was an exercise called jelking that's supposed to make your erections better. It's supposed to strengthen the blood flow in your dick. And if you aren't familiar with jelking, it's essentially making a milking motion from squeezing the penis base out towards the tip. But I found that when I did this exercise, initially I had better erections, but the results were very short-lived. And I also noticed that I had these big red spots on my dick after doing this jelking exercise, because what this does, it essentially blows a lot of the blood vessels. It breaks blood vessels in your penis. And the idea being that overall this will increase penis circulation or the blood vessels grow back stronger. I'm not exactly sure what the logic is behind this exercise, but I know that it's just about everywhere. If you read any book on male sexual practices, if you do research on the internet, jelking is everywhere. And jelking is a great way to damage your dick irreversibly, as many men have done. So jelking forces blood in a very unnatural pattern through your penis. The blood flow in the penis is meant to go in through the corpus spongiosum and out through the dorsal veins, dorsal arteries. It's in one way, out one way. Well, jelking forces blood at very high levels of pressure through the penis, which results in you blowing blood vessels in your penis. And there's a very high likelihood of doing moderate to severe damage to your penis when using jelking exercises. It's just not a good idea. And of course, there's stretching exercises, which make your penis longer. And technically, yes, you can make your dick longer with the stretching exercises. But here's the thing. These penis exercises, jelking, stretching, are often compared to bodybuilding exercises. Like, oh, you want to build muscles, you lift weights, you want to make your dick bigger, do some jelking, bro. But if you look at the methods, the methodology, and the principles of them, there's no comparison. Like, have you ever heard of someone making their arms bigger by tying a rope to their hand and forcibly stretching out their arm, or jelking their arm to make the arm bigger? Technically, yes, stretching can make your penis longer, but it does this in a very forceful way. And it does this by working from the outside in. You see, any body part, arm, leg, organ, whatever, it grows from a foundation of the circulatory system. Because to be able to sustain a larger body part, you first of all have to make sure you're having enough resources pumping in and out of that area of the body. And this is where men run into issues with stretching. Well, for many reasons, but one being that essentially they only force the tissues to grow longer, but they don't improve their blood flow in and out of the region, which means that a lot of men who make significant size gains doing stretching exercises or wearing the stretching devices, they don't have enough blood flow to sustain a solid erection for the increase in their penis size. So they end up with shitty erections, flaccid erections. It's like, okay, you got a 9-inch dick now, bro, but you've got a 6-inch dick's worth of hardness. That doesn't translate very well. So these forceful practices of stretching and jelking are more comparable to mangling and distorting your body to change the shape of it. Maybe comparable to what a lot of indigenous tribes do. You've seen the tribes that have giant gauge things in their lips, or they stretch out the necks or force the heads into a certain shape, things like this. I would say that this is more comparable to what a lot of modern penis exercises are. It's barbaric, and the results you're gonna get are, you may not be terribly satisfied with the results you get. I've personally talked to many men who have irreversibly damaged their penis with either jelking or penis stretching exercises. It's not uncommon for men to cause permanent nerve damage when doing stretching exercises to where they literally lose sensation in your dick. It's like, okay, you got a bigger dick, but you can't feel it now. What good does that do you? Again, so I'm going to share an exercise that is more effective and much safer. But before I do that, there's a couple other things I want to address here. First of all, why do you need a bigger dick in the first place? This is definitely man's number one insecurity, the size of his penis. And this insecurity makes a lot of men do very extreme and obsessive things that actually causes them more damage. It's a common human pattern. What's even more unfortunate is how a lot of people prey on men's insecurity with this and market all kinds of, things like, I'm sure you've seen miracle dick growing pills. Oh, just take these herbs and your dick will grow. They don't work. Show me one person who's taken a pill and their dick grew. Or you'll often see influencers selling dick growing apparatuses, whether it's penis pumps or the stretching apparatuses that you wear throughout the day. Again, these things are dangerous and can damage your dick. So the first thing is that size isn't as important as men think. What's more important is how hard you can get, your ability to have a solid erection. So again, when you do these penis exercises, you're often trading hardness for length, just to put measurements on a tape measure. But when it comes to sex, what a female body needs, for example, is pressure on her sensitive areas. And if you can't get hard enough to provide that firm pressure, she's not going to have as much orgasmic capacity. So hardness is the number one thing that you should be more concerned about. Let me know if you'd like to see a video on a few simple ways to improve your erection quality. But what I want to talk about now is what I recommend doing instead. An exercise that is actually effective and actually safe, and that actually strengthens and potentially builds your penis from the inside out. And that is the Angion Method. This is something I got turned on to 5 years ago, and I've been doing this exercise consistently and had amazing results. My erection quality has improved significantly. My penis has become much more vascular to the appearance, much better blood flow. I haven't had as much size gains as some men have had from this method, but that hasn't been a concern of mine personally. So this is an exercise developed by a man named Janus Bifrons, who's a badass dude he put a lot of research into understanding the male anatomy and what's driving erections and how to increase it, and basically created cardiovascular bodybuilding exercises for the penis. And the dude's sharing this stuff all for free. So I just want to shout out this guy for being a gangster of men's sexual health. He has a YouTube channel, which is no longer active, Janus Bifrons, but he also runs a really solid subreddit, Angion Method, Angion, where you can find a bunch of information on this method, and he teaches his methods in his YouTube videos. And so he's doing all this for free, but what he does offer is this tool he's developed called the Angio Wheel. This is actually an older model of it, which I picked up several years ago. And what you do is you run this bad boy on your erect penis, and it pumps blood in a circuit in the proper direction like nobody's business. I'll do that for 15, 20 minutes on my workout days, so to speak, and my chub will be thicker than a summer sausage. But you gotta work up to the wheel practices. Anyways, check out Janus's stuff, super amazing. I also teach how I personally integrated and use these practices in some of my trainings. So that's it, don't do jelking, don't do stretching, don't do penis pumping. Use the Angion Method and upgrade your erections. That's the most important thing. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you give the video a like, support the channel, and have a great day, my friends.